It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey, welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. This is our final day of the week. I'm going to tell you something. I am so happy that the weekend is upon us.
Are you so happy you don't work with me on
I'm
the
going to
weekends?
tell you, Dawn has this tendency of, I guess it's equal pay, right? Because I do the same thing.
It's called payback.
It's payback. So she's throwing all sorts of things at me to try to get done.
Tired.
No, because my computer crashed. I'm trying to get the shows over to the radio station. We're moving sets. They're doing sets. But I guess I asked for this, so it's on me. I got DJ doing the podcast Loft. I got him up there doing his thing, and everybody's saying, "What are you doing?"
Well, the beautiful thing is, we started this morning. We are live now in WWNN from 9 to 10 on drive time, which is absolutely an amazing gift and an incredible opportunity. Or in Freddie's world, maybe he calls it a situation. In my world, it's an opportunity.
No, I don't call it a situation. That's you. Because you want to be called Miss Situation.
It's an amazing opportunity. So we're here by 8 o'clock in the morning. We do 9 to 10 live on 3 FMs and 1 AM, 95.3, 96.9, 103.9, and then 1470 AM. We had the incredible Sandra Torres with us today of United Latinas. I love the way she says Latinas. I need to learn how to say that more.
You got to roll your R's.
There's no R in that word.
Latinas. It's the vernacular.
There's no R in Latinas.
Listen, I'm Latin. Whatever I say goes. You don't speak Spanish.
I'm trying to figure that out. But so she was on with us from 9 to 10, and then Freddie decided we'd change our sets. And the amazing thing about our studio right here is we get to change our sets. So welcome to our new set on the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We've got a lot going on. And yes, it's Friday. It's been a spectacular week, and we are here all day. Because tonight we have The Verdict TV that airs live on WNN. That is from 6 to 7. You've got Sex Talk with the Siegel Brothers at 7 to 7:30. And at 7:30 to 8, we've got United Latinas, which will be airing. So a full day in our production house, which is everything that you and I have ever wanted. And
I wanted all
come.
this.
And you.
Where's the giant Tylenol? Yes.
That's called
Now,
being my
I got to
partner.
tell you, I have a bone to pick. I am so upset right now with you that I am tempted to get up and walk off the set. I noticed that you and Hansel and Gretel, even Hector gets a drink.
I offered you.
No.
No.
Nobody offered me nothing.
I offered you.
No. You must be talking to one of your other personalities.
You were hanging a light. You were screwing in
Okay,
the screw. And
so,
I said,
so
"Would
check
you
this
light?"
out.
And
So
you
check
said
this
no.
out. As you're changing the oil on your car, and they come over to you and say, and you don't answer because you can't. I mean, you're in the midst of doing this.
Yes.
All I got to say, payback. Payback. You're not going to like.
I got to tell you, in all fairness, though, we've got Fern Pessin with us and
Oh, look
Gary
at that.
Nash.
Look at that. She's paving it right
Let
over,
me
Fern.
explain.
You are being used.
me explain,
Yeah,
Lucy.
explain, Lucy.
Mia gave me this most magnificent martini from
Oh,
the
Mia
Hot
is on the
Martini
list,
Bar.
too.
And I said to Gary and Fern, and I said, Mia pours a heavy pour. I will take 3 sips and share the rest with you. Did I not?
You absolutely do.
Thank you very much.
I don't
So,
drink chocolate.
It's not chocolate.
It looks like chocolate.
Try it. It's not.
I don't want that. She knows
It's
what
coffee.
She knows what I drink. And you know what? You can smooth this over and spin it.
So we'll
And
take
I
Mia off
highly
the
suggest
sound.
that
We'll get you a drink.
I highly suggest you get to your guest because I'm about 2 seconds from shaking my leg and going and have a drink with
Well, happy
with
Friday,
DJ.
everyone. Give us a call. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995.
I'll go hang out with Mary. Yes, I'm going to talk over with you every freaking moment I got.
Mary, how do you like having us in your studio?
Oh, it's wonderful. The more people, the better.
If you ever thought you'd paint here in silence, no, not so much, because now we've moved us to you.
If I'm by myself, I put on the music. but-
Mary, I want you to paint me a glass of bourbon. And then I'm going to put a real glass of bourbon in front of it. It's going to be 3D art.
We actually talked about, and I said to Gary, excuse my chaos, and he says, it's not chaos, it's creativity. So one
And
man's
there's the
chaos is
spin
another
maestro.
woman's creativity.
So I'm gonna
But somehow
tell you-
Gary's on the same page as me.
Gary, don't let her use you. Do not let her use you. She is spinning this thing like the moon around the earth. Spinning out of control.
Have you had a nice week?
I'm gonna tell you and me, we're gonna have a little chit chat. You watch. And Mia, yes, wherever you are,
She's running her sound.
you on the list. Just
Mia's
remember that.
Martini Bar.
Now let me ask you. I know that you offer Hector a drink. Did you offer Slick a drink too?
They're all welcome. to
Oh
have a
look,
drink.
Slick is back there saying, yeah. You and me?
Is Hector having a drink as well?
He says he doesn't drink only beer. So me and Hector are gonna go have a beer. I
Teddy-
suggest you get to your
If
guests.
you check our Instagram, you'll see Teddy and Mia. Also, Teddy is now, what's that called? That you're a warthog. Because
Why were
originally-
you on your ankles and your knees drinking? I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But the pictures will be coming out and the film at 6 o'clock.
So happy Friday, everyone. And we know in the news that the coronavirus, the COVID-19 is spreading, and they have really stopped calling it coronavirus because maybe of the Corona beer. It is not related whatsoever. But we were giving this from the COVID-19 through the CDC to stop the spread of germs. Very simple. There are 6 steps. Avoid close contact with people who are sick, all right? Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. That is according to Becky and Boca and according to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. And we actually, as a corporation, we did put out a memo to all of our crew about doing that and about keeping phones off set and keeping our computers clean. So hand-to-face interaction is what's spreading the disease. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces such as your computer screens, your cell phones, your light switches, your doorknobs. Stay home when you are sick except to get medical care, and wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. So, as always, the CDC guidelines, these are quite simple. These are even explained well enough for your kindergartner to understand. So share this and spread this. I don't know where DJ is, but DJ, thank you, and for your wife for sharing this. This will be posted up in our studio, and perhaps we can take a screenshot and even share it out. Because 6 simple steps about staying healthy and clean, and if your workplace is putting out memos and ideas and paperwork on it, it's only to protect everybody. It's certainly not to come down on anyone. It's to protect everyone's health. You got that?
I thought you were putting that in the bathroom.
It is going in the bathroom, but I wanted to share it, and we're going to bring in more next week. So we
That
can
paper
share it.
has been all throughout this building.
It's only been in my hands, and
It's been in the
cleaned and
building,
washed
the
my hands,
bathroom,
and
it's been in the
I've sanitized my
kitchen, it's
hands and
everywhere.
everything.
You better get copies.
I hear a little tired.
You know what? If I were you, I would move on. Move on.
But please, you know, the one thing, I used to be a nail biter when I was a kid. I have
You
to
were
tell you,
an albino.
nail biter,
Oh.
bite my nails. And this with the COVID, I think would stop me from biting my nails. Or anyone, you know, the
No,
Dr.
put
Pimple
hot
Popper,
sauce.
that
Put
too.
hot sauce on your fingers.
Ever see Dr. Pimple Popper?
That's disgusting.
She loves Dr. Pimple Popper as well. Don't touch your face. I'm thinking my
This
makeup
is
brushes,
gross. Where did you
tweezers.
come with all this stuff? Can we get to the gas, please? I mean, you are such a list. You're going to need a crane to get you off this list.
You know.
Let's move
I
on.
love you too. Happy Friday
Move on.
to
Happy
you.
Friday, too. Let's move on.
But I'm excited because last Tuesday we had your Celebration of Life
Yes, we did.
event, and Fern
And
was
I getting
here
closer to the grave after today, yes.
on Marcia T's
And one
show.
step closer.
What's the name of Marcia's show that you produced?
It is called Caregivers Solutions Info.
And Fern was a guest, and I met Fern.
That's where I remember Fern.
Yes.
She was the
just
author.
here.
She was the author of this incredible book, I'll Be Right There, which is a caregiver's book. So she's here in a couple hats, which we didn't even discuss, but I do want to talk about the book, but I also want to talk about Gary, and you've got this incredible event coming up, which is kind of foreign to me. The Okeechobee Shooting Sports, you're sponsored and hosted by. It's for veterans on Sunday, March 15th at the Okeechobee Shooting Sports. Tell us about this event, Gary.
Shooting sports?
Shooting sports.
Like a gun
It's
shooting?
for veterans, which is, I know, so near and dear to your heart,
It is.
always.
That's interesting.
So, Gary, Nash, and Fern, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. What it's all about is we're raising money for the veterans so that we can train these guys for jobs in the oil and gas and construction industry. The training program is a nationally accredited training program, so they can go any place in the United States, territories, Canada. They're even trying to get me to go over to the Middle East now and train them for working on the oil and gas industry over there. So I have 35 to 40 jobs right now I can't fill because I don't have people that are properly trained. So this is what
What
I'm
is your
saying.
background? And the oil and gas industry for veterans is such a unique platform.
Well, my background is civil engineering. I started out in the military as a combat engineer drill instructor. I was a DI in the military, and I taught combat engineering. And then I followed my civil engineering up with, I was a district roadway engineer for the state of Florida down here. So I'm taking this of what I've learned and taking the accredited training program through NCCER, which is the National Center for Construction, Education, and Research. They've set up a nonprofit organization that has this, and all our veterans that join in this get credit for their military service.
And so this is U.S. Military Veterans Village Foundation. Did you start this foundation?
Yes.
And why this foundation?
I needed something, a platform, so that I could get grant money and stuff like that to help the veterans. Not every veteran gets a GI Bill. Not every veteran gets a GI Bill that they use, that they can take the information that they've learned and use it in real life. And so with my military background and with being an instructor and a trainer in this, I can teach these guys and I can consult with them and I can find the guys that are interested in this, or I can help them with something else if they
Now,
need.
the GI Bill, the new one, I think you changed in the 90s, didn't it? Isn't there like a difference between the old GI and the new GI Bill?
Yeah, there's a lot of differences that come out. Sometimes if you didn't sign up for the GI Bill, you got an extra $100 in your paycheck. Well, a young guy coming in 18 years old and he's got an extra $100 a month in his paycheck, oh, I'll take the $100.
So they gave up the GI right.
Until they realized that what they gave up, now they don't have the educational benefits. And if they'd have put that $100 aside in the 6 years that they were in or the 3 years that they were in, they'd have had a little nest egg, but nothing what the GI Bill provides.
And this still exists.
Yeah.
And people are not aware of it. Is there not education of the differences?
Well, it's a difference in opinion, you know? I mean, when I got in, I didn't realize it.
How
But-
old were you?
Pardon?
How old were you?
Now?
When you got in.
Oh, 19.
So it's a totally different mindset, right? You'd rather take the $100 than perhaps the education.
I didn't realize, at that time, I didn't realize, I was already going to college. I was already studying to be an engineer. I had a job I was working as an engineer in training for the New York State Department of Transportation.
So did you take the 100 or did you take the GI?
I took the $100 because I was paying for it myself.
Gotcha. You know, the strange thing
Yeah.
to me is they should give a vet both. I mean,
I
why
agree.
the hell?
Why do you have a choice?
Why are you penalizing somebody who's in the military? Give him the 100 extra. Give him the
Think
GI.
about that amount of money. We spend that on pizza for our crew on a Friday afternoon.
Well,
Seriously,
Well, you're
right?
talking about this millions. You know, I don't know how many people are in the
Yeah,
military.
But
It's
think about what
not
you're
hundreds.
choosing, $100
But it's not
versus-
$100. It's a lot of money when you add that 100 up for every vet.
Every vet.
But a vet goes out every day and risks his life, and if he gets whatever and ends up in the hospital, that vet bill is huge. But what I'm saying is, why are you even playing games with this thing? Give the vet the 100. I mean, they're going to get increases anyway. Give him the 100, and don't give him a choice of losing his GI Bill, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things attached to it at the end.
well, yeah, again, and here this is, the veterans' benefits are being revamped on a regular basis now because people are bringing the different things up and stuff like that. What it is getting the veterans to learn how to, what I want to do is counsel them and how to use that money and how to use their benefits. And then if for some reason they don't have it or they've used it up, then we're going to use the nonprofit and then we're going to put the money in that to put back in. And then once they get their jobs, they're already in a higher paying job immediately.
In the oil and gas industry, right, we've talked so much about our vets coming back and what they go through with the PTSD and so many issues, and we've had yoga people on and connected warriors, that just the drop of something in the grocery store can trigger that. But this is giving them an opportunity to really get back into the workforce and making an incredible income and job opportunity, what you're offering.
Right.
But are the vets coming out? Do they know that it even exists? How are we getting the word out there?
This is our first year of getting it out. This
Okay.
thing that this fundraising thing that we're doing,
It's our kickoff.
that's our first public thing that we're getting out with. And right now I'm trying to get to the reserve units and the National Guard units so I can spend, when they go for their training weekends, I can spend that time counseling the guys on one day where they can come sit down and listen, and then they can move on. I can either say this is for you or it's not for you, or what other type of jobs that we have.
You know, we deal with the Hard Rock, we deal with 120, we deal
Operation
with
120,
we deal
right.
with so many different organizations. I think that you got to contact all of them and let them all know that this is available. Now, is this for men and women?
Yes, yeah.
For both?
It's for anybody. I mean, I've got jobs for inspectors. I've got jobs for people that have a disability that maybe can't maneuver as good as something else, but we need inspectors. We have people that need to operate drones to do drone inspections of things. I have electricians that I need. I've
Now,
got.
do they have to go to school to learn, or they start working on the job training?
That's what the whole thing is. You have to get the education. In order to work in certain jobs, you have to have certain qualifications. These NCCER qualifications allows people to go to work for it. Now you have to have some kind of experience or work under an experienced person for so many years in order to be out on your own. So it's just like any other job. It's like an apprenticeship, but without the education or the certifications, you can't work on those jobs.
And that's
How
what
do
the
you-
village is about.
How did the two of you connect? Because I met you, and then I saw you Tuesday with your book, and then we started back talking about the veterans. So tell us what your connection is with this, Fern.
I'm actually on the board for the organization. My dad's a Navy man, and I'm always all about doing what I can for the veterans. And Gary's friend Merrill is a friend of mine, and we met, and, just kind of happened. And I'm an event planner, so it worked out that it's good for me to be on the
I don't
board.
remember where I met you, and you were telling me where we met at an event with the Civic Center.
Yes, there was it Maria
Was it
Sachs?
Sachs?
Ran a veterans
Job
job
fair.
fair.
Okay.
And we had a table there. So
Okay.
that's where we were.
We meet so many incredible people, so I was glad that you resurfaced back on Tuesday, which was amazing, because sometimes you lose connections, but this is such an unbelievable opportunity for anyone. But imagine a veteran coming back and looking for a job, because it's so hard to matriculate and get back into the workforce and find a job that's not maybe serving or waiting or packing bags at Publix, but something that really hones into what they're trained to do.
Or not only that, what they'd like to do.
Right.
For myself, as a kid, I was running heavy equipment when I was 12, 13 years old. My parents, my dad, my grandfather showed me how to do things. And I just had a love for engineering and everything else. So I just transitioned right out and took what I learned in the military and just kept applying it to civilian.
I can't believe you haven't asked him yet
What?
where he served.
What branch you served?
Yeah.
What branch did you serve?
That's
Army?
such a Freddie question.
I started out in the U.S. Army. I ended up and got an honorable discharge from an Air National Guard unit, a Army National Guard unit, and the U.S. Air Force.
I gotta tell you, what I'm shocked about is here's a gentleman who has jobs. I mean, think about this.
High-paying
But think about this.
educational jobs.
We've had so many vets that we've met. We've done shows with different organizations, and they can't find work.
They're homeless.
And
They don't have
a lot
jobs.
of them go to homeless. We know somebody who became homeless for 9 years, and now she's out there. We haven't seen Captain in weeks. She's doing her thing. But the bottom line here is that he has jobs. You know how foreign that sounds to me?
But these
Come
are
and get.
spectacular jobs.
I mean, this is
Okay.
tremendous.
So there's a couple of things. One is that the training for these jobs is not like you go through a 6-week class and you're done. It takes a while, and you have to do the actual practical work in order to
What's a
get these
while?
jobs. It
Depends on
varies.
depends on the what you're trying to accomplish. There's a core. There's a bunch of core classes you got to take. It's just like any college course, any other educational course. You got to get the basics, then you take and you go from the basics, you go on to the individual ones. Say a guy wants to be a welder. Well, you come in, you do the core stuff, you get the safety training, and then you go to welder school and you do the welding stuff. You've got to learn about the metals, the different types of rods, the different heat problems you have, and then you have to learn how to actually do the welding. Welders can earn anywhere from $85,000 a year to up for that, plus their overtime and benefits.
And
So
where's the training coming from?
that's what,
You're doing the training, or the different job trainings? I mean, the amount of jobs and the variety, I know we keep repeating the same questions, but the amount of people that we've had come forward that are looking for jobs, these are incredible opportunities.
again, here the only hard part is the people coming on, they have to be interested in this and want to do this. This is not a gimme class. This isn't just show up and get a certificate. I'm an Army drill sergeant. You got to prove to me you can do it, and
Is
my
there a
tolerance level.
Is there a certain number of seats available, or is this everybody can, if you get 1,000 people that show up today, can you handle that?
Well, yeah, we'd start it rolling. But yeah, what we're not set up to do 1,000 people all at one time, but I could start moving them into the various things and stuff like that. What I want to do is put 15 to 20 people for a like course together so that I can bring a group along at one time. And then my clients are the major oil companies and the people who do the work for the major oil companies.
And where are the jobs located?
They're all over the United States.
Okay, so they're
We're
throughout
putting
the
in
US.
we're putting in over 225,000 miles of pipeline in this country this year.
Okay, now I'm going to have to play devil's advocate
Freddie
because
may be leaving me and going to work for
I
you.
may be leaving. I may be
That's what I
leaving any
think.
minute. I got to play devil's advocate here because there are going to be people out there that are going to want to know. Number one, what does the vet have to put up any money?
And again, here it depends on, do you have the GI Bill? Do you have any?
Let's assume he doesn't. Let's go worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, we got to find.
Fundraising.
That's what the fundraiser's going
That's
to be
what the
about.
fundraiser's for.
That's what the U.S. Military Veterans Village Foundation is about. It's a nonprofit organization to help with that funding that's going out
Get
for the
them going.
training.
Okay, so now I have the GI Bill. Would that pay for this training?
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah.
It
GI
can.
Bill can pay for this training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, here it is how much have they used up on
Other things.
a class in basket weaving
Well, let
and
me
didn't
ask
get
you a
in the
question,
place?
because the GI Bill to me is something I'm really don't know a whole lot about. How does that work? Is there a set amount that you're
Yeah.
given?
Basically, that's it. And it depends on the courses and the classes you're going to take.
Okay.
Hey-
And then if there's money left, it's like prepaid. So you use X amount of credits, and then whatever's left, we can perhaps apply to this program.
If they have any
anything
benefits left.
Okay.
Correct, because they may have come from the military and gone to school, and they don't have any of that left. And then you jump into the fundraising aspect if you don't have it left.
Right.
So the only way you're going to find out whether or not you have what you have and you need is you have to get in touch with you, have a conversation, and see where it goes. You need a D2214,
DD 214.
you need a DD214.
Right.
So you need that to show that you're a vet. And if a veteran is still in the military and almost getting out, do you have to wait until you're out, or can you join this as you're in the military?
Okay, when you're on active duty full-time, then you have to wait till you transition out to a reserve unit.
Right.
Now, the reserve unit, you're only meeting 1 or 2 times a month. In the meantime, these guys have got to have jobs. Those are the guys that I'm looking to go and pick up while they're waiting to get their 6 years in, or I have one guy that's been in my thing. He's got 12 years in now. He put 6 years active duty, and he's got 6 years of reserve duty. Well, he's just building up his retirement points. He gets to 20, he now gets his retirement. My little brother put 36 years in, all in the reserves. He wound up getting himself a nice little pension when he retired.
This is an incredible opportunity. And tell us about this fundraising event that's on March 15th, which is next Sunday already.
Yeah, this is where we're, the people at OK Shooting Sports donated half of their range to us to put this on and said, design what you want to design, we'll help you with it. So,
I have so many questions, but let's go to commercial break, because my biggest question is, why a shooting sports range over any other place? Like, to me, this is just, it's a whole new thing.
It makes sense to me.
It makes sense to you, and I'm going to ask why. So let's go to commercial break, find out why at Okeechobee Shooting Sports it's on Sunday, March 15th. From what time? 11 to 4. So check it out. We're going to post this information. They can contact you where?
if you go to our website, usmvvf.org, go to events, you can click on that, and there's also a slot in there where you can donate.
It's a free event?
No, it's a
It's a fundraiser.
Fundraiser.
But for people to come, if veterans want to come?
It's, there's a registration fee, and then we have a challenge with shooting where you're on teams of 5, and there's all kinds of
Check this out. When we
challenges.
come back,
That's
you're going
what
to
I
find about
figured.
the shooting challenge because, oh my God, wait till
That's
you
what I
find out
figured.
what this is. You
No,
want
no,
to take
I-
out some
I-
aggressions on me?
I've been associated with.
Have you?
With this stuff.
It's a
Yeah.
whole new idea for me. Let's go to a quick commercial break. 888-994-4995. Our phone lines are open, and we will be right back.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee. And it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Cafe Show, and as always, I am so incredibly so proud of our crew. I have to tell you, this is so much bigger than you and I when we started, and we keep our picture up there. It's where we came from 4 years ago, and I look
No
around.
more, I'm getting rid of that picture.
No, we're not. We're never getting rid of the picture. But our crew was so spectacular. And you sit here and you see we've got Teddy is sitting in here as our floor manager. We've got a full crew in one set. Mary's painting. We had Fuego on air. We had 20/20 Vision as we all did this. We did our 9 a.m. live drive time. It is a full production house. It is, I don't know if this is bigger than you ever imagined, but in my wildest dreams. I can't even imagine.
I don't think it's bigger. I just think it's different. I mean, think about, what you're trying to accomplish and all the things you're trying to put together at one time.
Little by little, step by step.
Well, today is a couple of steps, a little by little
Sort
of
what do you
craziness.
always tell me I'm a little bit crazy of a French fry or something?
No, you're a couple of French fries short of a Happy
That
Meal.
one too.
Because
there's
there's not enough time in the day.
There's not enough
to get
time in the
everything
day,
done.
but you know what? It's about taking that first step, and we are here with Gary Nash and Fern Pessin, and we're talking about, there's so many things, and I know you have statistics regarding the veterans, but not only are we having a fundraiser on March 15th at the shooting range, you're talking about even starting a Veterans Village. So let's talk about some of the opportunities that you have as far as statistics and suicide and matriculating back into this world. It's not easy, and Gary was saying, Freddie, when we were commercial, he works with Operation 120, and they work with Connected Warriors. So many of the people we worked with at our BB&T Center.
Correct. And that's a big, big deal for us the last 3 or 4 years. We've tried to bring more vets and what have you forward.
Because it's something so special to you, always.
I'm kind of curious. You were on Marsha Teal's show, and you were talking about a book,
Yeah.
and you sit on this board, and I'm trying to figure out the segue here. Because you were talking about caregivers?
Yes.
Okay, so how does that fit in to this particular project?
I'm actually, my father has Alzheimer's, and my mother has some dementia, but my dad's a vet, and I'm at the VA all the time with him to get services. And I'm amazed at how much they do offer to these older guys especially. I just feel like whatever I can do to help support the veterans when they get out, the younger guys especially, they have a really hard time transitioning back into civilian society. And
It's nice that you say that about the VA, because unfortunately, we don't hear many positive things people coming out of the VA saying that I'm there and I see what's going on. I usually hear the other side of it. So it's nice that you're giving some good shout out to them.
Well, yesterday I watched my mother learn how to put on support hose for my dad, and the VA was helping with that. They spent an hour with my family explaining how
It
to
took
do
an
this.
hour to put on support
Think
hose?
about the caregiver. How old is your mom?
My mother is 84 years
So
old.
your mother is putting on your father's support
Right.
hose. Clearly something,
Your mother is his caregiver.
Yes,
And who's her caregiver?
me.
in there, yeah. And there you have the link between the two.
And there you have it. Okay, now it makes sense.
And there's the
There you
link
go.
between the
Okay.
two as their caregivers. But let's talk about this event on March 15th. Why at a shooting range?
Most of us guys, and the ladies that come out, the veterans, have used weapons for our life and stuff like this. And we still enjoy this for target practice and just, not being in a combat scenario.
Right, exactly.
And so to go up there and to just be able to what we call poke holes in the paper is a fun thing. And so I have an opportunity for this guy up there. He was listening to me talk to somebody about it and says, "Oh, you want to put a fundraiser together?" Okay.
What a
And he
great
must have been a
idea.
vet too.
Pardon?
Was he a vet?
No.
Really?
No.
Well, that I find
He
surprising.
just supports, he's just a good guy out there that supports the United States of America. And
Well, tell us a little bit about the event, what you've got going. You told me something with a car, and you can shoot at the car, and
well, okay.
I'm a little horrified about this whole idea, but I think you would like it, Freddie.
Shooting a car?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, drive a car right now, Dawn.
So one of the things that we're doing is we're setting up 6 different events, teams on 4 different galleries, so they're getting different opportunities to shoot different pistol and rifle at different targets and stuff like that. That's the contest. Then you go to the other ranges and people can either rent weapons up there at the range. They even have a 50 caliber they'll let you fire. And
Do you know what a 50 caliber is?
Big bullet.
It's, yeah.
I don't.
It'll go through a car.
It
Yeah.
sounds big, yeah.
The ballistics range on a 50 caliber is 5 miles away.
That's what they use to take out somebody from here to Tampa.
But what this is they're going to have a car up there, and it's a derelict car unless somebody parks their car in the parking lot in the wrong
Don't park
place.
near this car.
And what it's going to do is it's going to have explosive charges in it, so if you hit the right spot in the car, it's going to blow the car up. You have to pay per
It's
shot.
military people,
You have to pay per shot to take a shot at the car.
which is fantastic.
And this
It's,
is a fundraiser.
it's like, when you go there and you throw a ball.
Get out
and
of
you,
my
And
head,
you go into the
yes.
dunk tank.
That's what I'm thinking.
They blow things up. But that's what the military is all about. And the military isn't flowers and hug a tree. I mean, the military is the military.
Right.
It's what they
But
do.
the
Protecting our
people
country.
attending don't have to be in military. It could be anyone that might want to try shooting or enjoy shooting or is a hobbyist.
Well, you
And
ever,
wants to support the veterans.
And
well, you ever
support the
gone
veterans.
to the
I
ocean
think
when
our
they
friend
have...
Faith Washington would love
Wait,
this.
oh, forget about it. She'll probably want to shoot. When they have the planes, they have
The air show?
The air show.
Yeah.
People come out in droves on
Right.
this thing. The military. When Harry was in the military, he was on the Nimitz, which was a nuclear carrying ship.
Your brother was?
Yeah,
Wow.
in Perth Amboy.
Where?
In Perth Amboy,
What's that?
New Jersey.
Navy.
New Jersey.
Thank you.
And that particular dock goes out 3 miles because it's a nuclear ship, and they don't. If they go and got on fire and blows up, New Jersey disappears. But the funny thing is that these guys used to do this back in the day in New York. They used to go to ranges and they used to put money in who can hit the target, and they would explode. So I'm a little bit accustomed to hearing about this. But that's what the military guys
Does
do.
this interest you?
Of
Would you want
course.
to go to this event?
Absolutely, I would
That's
like to
what
go to
know.
this.
This is so right up your alley.
I mean, I always said when Harry was in the Navy and I got to hear their story about how they didn't feel appreciated. Sylvester Stallone made millions on a movie talking about the vets, and that whole movie went sideways because they made him Superman, and that wasn't what his intent was. So he took a lot of that chunk of that money that he made off that movie, went towards the vets. But I've always been shocked that we don't take care of our military people better. We just don't.
Well, a lot of the statistics are the homelessness rate and the suicide rate for veterans because it's so hard to acclimate back in, to find bosses, employers that understand how to transition the skills that they learned in the military to the, civilian jobs. So we want to help with that. We want to help to make that transition easier. And if they can live with their family while they're getting trained, then it's sort of that in-between thing that makes that whole transition. Hopefully all these statistics about, it's nearly 2/3 of new veterans say they faced a difficult transition to civilian life. They feel like they speak a different language. The language you speak in the military is not the same language you speak day to day.
True that.
And I
That's
would
true.
think getting back with your families and your children, and that's got to
So
be a
tough.
tremendous difficulty.
Yeah.
Well, can you imagine you leave your wife pregnant, you go on tour, you come back, and you meet your kid for the first time, and then you don't see him for another. But think about that. You're breaking up families, and it's not like you can take your kids to the zone and what have you, and you sign up for this, and it isn't like your life ends. If you're fortunate enough to meet somebody in the military, there are rules about that too. But think about it, because I've seen a lot of programming. I've met a lot of vets. I talked to a lot of them who were sick and came back ill. Agent Orange was a big problem in Vietnam, okay? And I mean, you just got to go with what's going on right now. But the bottom line here is that there's another reach here, and I think that we should bring it out there, make it bigger, maybe put them on the morning show as well for next week,
I'd love to.
and talk about this and just bring it up. I know Corona's out there, I know viruses out there, I know that Korea, the guy's lost his mind and the whole nine.
But who's going to protect us?
But
when
ain't
the
nobody
virus
talking
gets
about
out
the
of control,
vets.
it's the military that's going to be in the street to manage
And the
things,
thing is,
right?
this is a voluntary military.
Right.
Right. Everyone that is now in our military, they choose to be in our military. We are not mandating, there is no draft. They are choosing to put their life on the lines and to be away from their families, man or woman. This is the choice. So you know what? When they come back to the United States, it's what we talked about with Sandra today. We are all people. We should embrace them and open up opportunities and include them and help as much as we can.
Absolutely.
There's not enough help for anybody right now. There's so much fear. This is an incredible opportunity to give back to those that keep us safe in our country.
That's right. Giving them a shot is better than no shot at all. And this is, welcoming news. I think that we should talk to the world and everybody else. I would like to invite the Hard Rock lady to come up and talk to them because she has 350 vets. I don't know where they originate from. I know Dignity deals with vets. And these are all outgoing programs. And let's just get it out there. If you get 10 vets that come forward because we put the word out, that's 10 more than you started out with. But I highly recommend, if you're a vet, to go out there and see what you qualify. Come and check. You know, we always said, if you're going to jump in the pool, you got to get wet. So come get wet.
How much is the event for people to attend?
It's $35 to come and participate, and then the rental of equipment and bullets and all of that is extra.
I can't even imagine.
You gotta rent a
Imagine me
bullet.
saying I'm going to rent some bullets.
Got to.
My son would say, Mom, are you serious? Politics aside, this is an amazing fundraiser, and I'm sure all safety precautions are taken.
I love to shoot, and
I have
I'm not a
never-
veteran.
I've never shoot, never.
I like to
Have
shoot
you?
at clay.
Have you ever shot?
I have, yes. I have.
Where have you gone?
In Tampa.
Would you go? Would you go shoot?
Come
I'm
on
not
and
a very
shoot.
good shot. You know
I don't think
something?
you have to be good.
I-
Just don't let me near the target, and then you'd be really good, is all I can say.
I mean, would I go and shoot? Yeah, I would do that. But again, shooting to me, it's not my thing. I know that I was in Tampa, and Coach Mark was a sharpshooter for the military. He was in the Marines. He was a sniper. And Mark, with one eye closed and in a mirror, he could hit a target, man. I've never seen anything like that.
But it's just to show you that it is those very special people that protect our country. Because you and I,
Well,
not so much, but it takes the right person and
Yeah.
the right mindset to say, you know what, I'm going to protect this population called the United States of America, and I'm putting my life on the line, I'm putting my life on hold with my family and children to protect, to be the shooter, to do what it takes to do. You know, we need to give back to them and let them come back into our community and say, this is what we have to offer.
And do it in a way that is not just, standing behind a counter serving burgers. Do it in a way where they get a good income and they have good opportunities for retirement and they have a way to support a family and feel positive about what they're doing with us.
What made you come up with this idea, Gary?
It's driven by my clients asking me if I have any good people that are trained that want to go to work.
Interesting.
That's a great question. That's a wonderful thing to
You
wake
want
up
to go to work? Right. Imagine having an opportunity. People, right, we talk about unemployment rate. Imagine saying, we've got work for you.
Yeah, well, my clients are looking for those good people that they can count on. When you're working in a gas tank, you can't mess it up. It has to be done correctly, or you make the front page of the newspaper. And the thing of it is they got to be properly trained, and they need good people to do this. And we're having a hard time finding good people that
You
can
need
do this.
discipline for people who have a little bit of discipline,
Well,
so they
that's
don't light
what
a
I'm
cigarette in the gas tank.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, and the other thing that I like is that you're doing it at the shooting range in this instance. Veterans need to be motivated to do things. So if you were able to do something that they enjoy doing, they'll come out.
Exactly.
I can see the angle on this because vets, they shoot. Like it or not, whether you have a gun or not isn't even
It's
the
in your
conversation.
training. It's what you said. It's what you love to do. It's why you signed up to protect our country.
But when we go out shooting and we're practicing and there are all these guys that are lined up to shoot, a lot of them are from the Korean War, like my father, they're from Vietnam War, there are people that are just keeping up their training, keeping up their skills, and they want to come out and join us for these events because they support the veterans that are coming out now, and they want to give them a shot.
Are you looking at all ages, or is there a certain age range for these
Well,
programs?
16 and over.
16 and over.
Oh, wow.
What's the under?
You're going to find that
16.
right now.
No, what's the under?
Under 16 is not.
Under 60, under 50.
16.
That's over.
Yeah, there's no under.
There's no wonder.
So you could be 60 and still join us?
course.
Well, what do you mean?
There's an over and under.
Oh, you mean for the
For the top
training
end?
program or for
The
the
top end. In
event?
other words, can
We've got
you
guys out
age
there
out?
that are in their 80s and.
Really?
I think he's talking about the training program.
Yeah, the training program.
Oh, the training program, it doesn't make a difference what you are, it's what do you want to do and what can you get into.
I love that.
I mean, you take a guy that's in his 60s, he's not going to go out there and work 10 hours a day in the hot sun welding.
Right.
But that's a different story. But he can be the manager, or he can be the inspector, he can be the
See,
one.
I love that. Because nobody gets
There's a lot of
excluded.
management things out there you got to make sure, a lot of safety coordinators that go out. But one other thing I want to put, it's not just shooting real guns. We're having paintballs, we're having airsoft guns, we have an archery display coming out there. We have a lot of other things.
RVs, we have
Teddy,
all
they've
kinds
got
of stuff.
archery. You want to go? She's like, thumbs up. She has her own bow.
Oh, cool.
nice.
I would love to do a paintball tournament.
I'm in.
That
Can I
I'd do.
paintball you?
Well, actually, one of the things we were trying to do was have people paint canvases with paintballs, and we're
That's
just
kinda
having
cool.
trouble getting the canvas to not fly away when the gun hits.
Maybe Mary can help us with that. Mary, how can we throw a paintball at a canvas?
Well, no, they're actually designed.
Very carefully.
Yeah, very careful. The paintballs are actually designed, and when they hit, they splatter. But they're made out of vegetable oil
And they're drooping.
talcum powder or something like that. And so they're non-lethal, and they wash up with soap and water, but they don't dry.
So it can't make a canvas.
You gotta spray it.
Well,
We have to figure out how to do it.
Princess Diaries, and she's in the firehouse, me
No.
and Thermopolis.
No, I don't remember
Get into
that.
my
I didn't
brain
watch
for a
that.
moment.
No, I didn't watch that.
My crew did, and that's what she was in the firehouse. She and her mom lived there, and they threw paint balloons at canvases. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe if you put the balloons on the canvas and they throw archery darts, oh, that would be fun. And we do the darts and we throw it. They need the canvas would dry because it's regular
is she
acrylic
drinking?
paint.
No more drinking for
Teddy,
you.
have you ever seen Me at Thermopolis, the Princess Diaries? Where they threw the balloons with the paint and they would just throw the darts at them?
Yeah.
Same thing we can do.
Fundraiser number 2.
There you go, I'm in. Mary, you want to help?
Mary, I need
This
paint.
might be a good space to do it.
I need paint that dries. In a
Acrylic.
paintball.
Acrylic
But if we can put it in balloons, that might work.
and
Yeah,
balloons.
but how do I get it in a paintball?
Water it down, put it in a balloon.
How do I get it in a paintball?
You don't, you put it in a balloon, and then you throw a dart at the balloon, and the balloon goes
Will
down the
drip.
canvas and
Yeah.
drip, and then you can
I love
auction it
this.
off.
I love it.
And then you
Yeah.
can auction it off, right? And then you
Yeah.
can hang it at someone's place of business and,
Yeah.
or sign it. That would be amazing.
yep.
Look at Freddie's face. Fern understands my
I'm
vision.
totally with
No,
you.
Fern is
Right? We're so in.
He's been in the military and he understands your craziness. He's just
And I
saying yes.
haven't, so-
Yeah, well, the two of you nuts.
I've come up with a workaround.
Workaround. A workaround.
I'll work around, that's all I can tell you.
Listen, I told you in Tampa, they had paintballs, tournaments, right? And I went with the football team. And what those wise guys did is they froze the paintballs the night before. So when they put those on me and hit me with those bad boys, they did not burst.
That is
It
hard.
hurt. I was welted so angrily. I made them run 100 laps at practice.
They threw them at you?
They shot them at me.
That's painful.
But they
That's
didn't tell me.
painful.
You see, I knew something was up because they had a separate box from all of us. And I'm saying, why are they putting the pellets from that box and not this box? I found out why.
But this would be a great idea. We can just set it up on the canvas with
Yeah,
darts.
I love it.
Even the kids can do it, right? So we can make it a family event. The kids can throw little darts or archery bows, whatever you want, and then you auction it off. Remember that artist, Michael Israel, who paints upside down? They grow for incredible amounts of money, but this is for a foundation for such a great cause.
I think it'd
To
be
give
fun.
back to our
We'll
vets.
work on that together.
That's it.
I think that we should tie you up, Dawn,
Event
on a
number 2, you're going to
canvas.
tie me up on a canvas.
On a canvas, and we shoot you with paintballs. And then you roll around and we'll auction that off. The ouch of Dawn.
I
I can go
understand.
so many ways, but I won't on live TV.
I understand why you're worrying about retribution. I can see
Oh,
it.
it's coming. It's coming, baby.
So one of the things you'll find out about this is, we're talking about the military here, but probably 70 to 80% of the people that are coming out of this are non-veterans, non-military personnel. They're sportsmen. They're just people that like to come out and do long-range shooting just to be able to see how close they can get a group of bullets together on a canvas, on a target. And so it's not just the military
Right.
people that are out there. Most of these guys are out there just to have fun, and they're sportsmen. Some of them do hunting, where they go deer hunting and hog hunting and stuff like that. But most of these guys just like to shoot a hole in the paper, just for the
Hole
fact
in the
of-
paper.
You know, I'm thinking about, we work with the Hallandale Fire Department, and they are now under the BSO umbrella. They may actually be there on the 16th.
There may be some vets too, though.
That's what I'm thinking. We
That would
bring
be
them
great.
in, and they were here with Kimberly and David, and they do so much, so many amazing foundations. They have a glow run, but maybe we bring them to you, and you bring everyone to them, and you know what? I'm all about foundations working together.
Me too.
Because it's a win-win for everybody. It's
It
giving
is.
back. So I
It's a,
think that
it's
would be
it's a great
I'm gonna
program.
send
You know,
this out
I'd like
him.
to invite them back next week put it on the morning show, let people know in the morning drive what's going on with this thing. It's a great call to action. Again, a firm believer. I even asked the Operation 120, I have some houses in Puerto Rico, about getting the female vets to use it out there. Earthquakes, hurricanes, later, things have slowed down a little bit on that idea, but anything to give back, I'm a firm believer in that.
How do people reach you?
It's the usmvvf.org, or it's usmvvf2018@gmail.com.
Can we put the lower third up, gang, so they can take a look at that?
Do we have the lower third?
We certainly do.
Okay.
All
There we
right.
go.
And it's right up there on your screen, so you can find all of that. You can contact Gary or Fern, and maybe we can bring Fern back again to talk about your book, what it is to be a caregiver.
Would love to.
It's a whole nother segment. We're in the sandwich generation. Unfortunately, you are no longer
I am no longer.
in the sandwich
I
generation.
graduated out of that.
Unfortunately, you have. I am in the thick of it. You've been there. But it's a whole nother side of it, to be teaching your mom at 84, to be putting on support hose. I got to tell you, I'm sure that's nothing she signed up for as many years ago when she got married.
It's an interesting thing. My mom had cancer when she was in her 60s, and my father said to her, I'll take care of you now, but when I'm 83, you're going to have to take care of me. And oddly enough, that's exactly what happened.
So what would be a great show and a great segment to do is something like this with the caregivers, but then bring in someone that works with long-term disability insurance and options, because that's clearly not your mom's role at 83 should she be doing, right? There should be someone that should be able to help her out, and maybe veterans benefits for your dad, so your mom is not putting on support hose, but rather she can be a loving, caring wife and spouse that was intended that many, many years ago.
I agree, absolutely.
So let's put that together. Sorry, that's a whole other idea for you. And you
I'm-
wonder why he wants to throw a paintball
No, I'm going
at
to let
me.
you do all of that. I've come to a new conclusion.
Let Dawn
Knock
do what she
yourself out.
wants to
That's
do.
right, yeah, there you go. Like I told you
So-
today, do the set, go.
So you know what I think, if there's anyone out there that works with long-term care insurance or veterans benefits, I think that's something we need to bring forward, because how many years have they been married?
63 now.
God bless them. And it's certainly, there's got to be someone better trained at doing this for your mom, and then your mom and dad can just live the life they were intended to do.
That would be a blessing.
Save the date, March 15th from 10 a.m., 11
11
a.m. to 4 p.m. It's all day. It is where? What's the location?
Okeechobee Shooting Sports in Okeechobee, Florida.
Okeechobee, Florida is probably not too far, 7055 48th Street Northeast in Okeechobee, Florida. For more information, you can visit them, see our lower third, usmvvf as in Frank.org, or call 561-372-5768. Who does that ring to? Rings right to Gary.
And that's a barbecue blast, so they're going to have barbecue.
We will have barbecue.
Barbecue.
Not for you, vegan side of it, but
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I
you'll
would,
go non-vegan for
for
the
the
day?
day, absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Friday. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I think we're putting our crew on the set.
Is that what
Mia's
we're doing?
Martini Bar will be open for business. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters have that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561 305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Excited about with this new part of the reef is to see what happens with the animals moving from one side to the other and what the growth will be from 10 years worth of mature corals and sponges and things, and what the movement will be onto the new reef.
Business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And they're off.
And where did Slick go?
He went to get his
Where you
coffee.
going?
He went to get his coffee.
What is
I
that,
have
your
to get
platoon?
hydrated. It's water.
What, do you have an
Hydration.
earpiece? The earpiece goes in your ear.
I gotta tell you.
I'm so glad you have the crew on the set. Mia, I'm going to tell you something. You are on the no-fly zone list.
She wants to know why, though.
Because I never got a drink.
He hasn't had a drink.
I heard. I was.
Of all the people in this building, you shouldn't even ask what I drink. I only drink one drink.
He doesn't do sweet.
Why not?
First of all,
You'll drink anything.
never to ask Dawn what I drink. Because she's going to tell you 17 different things from Broadway because she thinks I'm like Mikey. Not
He's
true.
like Mikey. He'll drink anything.
I like vodka with soda and straight up. That's all. There's nothing more, nothing less. But I look around and I see everybody walking around like James Bond. But check me out, I'm 007.
007.
I mean, not even Slick had my back.
Oh, I'm not. What is it? I was going to, but I haven't made my selection yet. To be honest with you,
Still thinking about
He
it.
did?
By the time
thinking
he's
about
thinking
it
about
because
I'll be
the
finished.
drink
He
that
told
she
me-
has here is nice.
Yeah, he asked.
Did
for
you have
something
one?
Spicy.
I asked for something spicy and
He's
then
like,
just.
Oh, wait a minute.
Spicy.
I'm about to get up and walk off the set. So you got one too. You
I didn't get
you
anything
got a drink?
yet.
Yeah,
I didn't
You
deliberate
just,
yet. I'm
you
still
just said it.
deliberating.
You had a drink. She had a drink. She had a drink.
I didn't have.
Even Hector got offered a drink. I'm going to tell you. Yes, you did. You said you didn't want to drink unless it was a beer. I heard it.
The voice would be on. No, I didn't.
I heard all the. No, you did not. You offered me to taste yours. I don't like that. That's not what I want.
Mia, what
just
is it-
taste
what
that.
was this in it, I should say?
What I made for you guys was espresso.
For you guys, what she made. Tell us what you made for you guys.
Teddy, espresso, Tito's, vodka, chocolate liqueur, and Bailey's because that's what we had laying around. So basically, it's like a spiked coffee drink.
Basically, it's like whatever you got laying around, you can have in a drink on a Friday.
I could always fix something
I'm
up.
going to tell you, you are in such a bad way right now. You watch.
What would you like?
I don't want nothing. You don't even lift a finger. I will serve myself after the set if I want some.
She can do spicy. What about hot sauce in your vodka?
And we're moving on. Let's talk a little bit.
Do hot sauce.
That's
I put
disgusting.
hot sauce and Bloody Marys. That's
That's
about
disgusting.
it.
I hate
Bloody
Bloody
Marys?
Marys. Hate
The
them.
only
Hate
thing.
them.
You hate them?
Love that.
Hate them. And
I
they
love
put
them.
usually a shrimp in a Bloody Mary. And everybody gives me the shrimp.
Have you seen the Bloody Mary where you put a whole meal like on a skewer with grilled cheese and everything on it? That would be delicious.
That's disgusting.
At my job on Saturday and Sundays, we have a do-it-yourself Bloody Mary bar, and there's bacon, pepperoni.
What do you mean do it yourself?
So I give you vodka, and you could go over there and pick all your spices and like things you want to put in it.
How do we get involved with that situation?
You come in on Saturday, and I'm there for Sunday brunch. So
What time?
I get there at 10. I think we open at 11.
And where is this place?
This is Bert and Max's in Delray.
Can we?
No.
Why?
Because I don't want to. I don't want to. Because today, everything, the new word for you today is no. Absolutely not. I am not playing. Teddy, I hear you laughing. I am not playing.
You're not playing? You're not
Nope.
amused by this situation?
You guys are all on the deaf list. Deaf list. You know what the deaf list is?
I didn't even get a drink, so I can't.
You should
Slick went
stay
out to
very,
buy-
very silent.
Slick went out to get me some blue tape today.
Yeah, look, I got blue tape.
They got blue tape, you got chairs.
Nobody's tripping.
I got chairs. I got chairs
Nobody's
yesterday.
tripping. Now you understand why we needed the blue tape.
Correct.
Thank you to Belzer's Hardware right on our corner.
We kind of helped rearrange some stuff around. It's a
I
nice
don't
day.
care.
It was a nice Friday.
Did you get a drink? Are you enjoying
I didn't
your
get a drink
beverage?
yet. I'm still deliberating.
Are you enjoying?
Deliberating.
I gotta tell you, you must be a trip to drink with because you look like you're always so laid back.
I do. I have to have a laid back.
You have no intensity. You're like, baby. But I gotta tell you, you bring it though.
How old are you, Slick?
26.
My son would love hanging out with Slick. Wouldn't Aaron love hanging out with Slick?
He would.
I
Your
know.
son drinks a lot?
My son just texted me. Apparently, there's a recall on my car. Thank you, honey, for letting me know that.
And
Apparently,
it begins.
something with the fuel pump.
It begins. All I got to say is you're on the deaf
He
list.
says, Mama, you have a recall on your car. Thank you, honey. Yes, if you know anything about the recall on my Lexus RX 350, please let me know. But my son knows. He takes good care of me. But he and Slick, how many shoes do you have in your shoe collection? Remind me of my son.
I have enough,
Enough.
that a human can possibly wear because
No, you got more than any human.
I know because I try not to go into sneaker stores or shoe
Me, I
stores.
got to tell you, he's got a nice shoe collection, Slick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I
don't
gotta tell you, man, this guy's a knucklehead. I say to him, the first time I saw you, you had a pair of green shoes. So he
I
says,
didn't
no, I
believe
don't.
it.
You know what he was wearing when I said that to him?
Green
Pair of
shoes.
green
I didn't
shoes.
believe it.
Remember that? And then you bought another pair. You bought the North Stars the next day.
Yeah, but I didn't believe it. But
I know. You didn't
since
believe
it's
it.
March, I'm bringing out green.
You bring out the green. You're turning. I gotta have a pastry overnight here for you so you can eat that green.
We need a pastry sponsor is what we
I'm
need.
not talking
'Cause
to you, I'm
apparently-
sorry.
Because apparently
Oh, so your
Dunkin'
name is?
Donuts has free donuts on Friday, which is why the line was out to our street. Otherwise, I would have brought our crew some donuts. We've had a full day, and next week we have the
Oh, I'm
amazing...
sure you would have brought him that too. I'm gonna talk over you today. I'm just gonna be so uncouth.
The amazing opportunity to be live on WWNN again from 9 to 10 a.m. next week. We've got a great lineup in store for our drive time. On Monday, you've got Harold from Fit for Life.
Yes.
And maybe we'll talk to Veronica Green about Veggie Vera.
For the
Bring her
kids.
forward for the
Yeah.
Kids Show, which is an amazing opportunity. On Wednesday, we've got Leslie Carmen from Carmen Care. So we've got a nice lineup. Today, we had Sandra
Leslie's
Torres with
coming,
us.
yeah.
Leslie's coming with us. Next Friday, we're going to be re-talking about this veterans opportunity
It's a fantastic.
for the Military
Yeah.
Veterans Village Foundation.
It's fantastic. And today we have 2020 cast members here, and we have Fuego on.
Every crew should have a bartender as part of their crew.
Try to follow the bouncing ball.
I am. She's 2020. She's
We
part
don't
of
need
our
to talk
crew.
about cruising right now.
Crew,
Or crew.
not cruising.
I told you, deaf list.
But let me talk to you about cruising, by the way. Let's talk about this Airbiotics. Have you seen this? Were you here?
Yes.
This product, this Airbiotics, which is amazing, first of all, at 53, if you're ever having a hot flash, it blows cold Airbiotic, which is a probiotic for the environment. And do you know, someone was talking to me, that it is very difficult to find a probiotic that is safe for surfaces and safe for your skin. So this product, Airbiotics, is safe for your skin. It helps kill and protect from viruses, because a lot of the sprays and chemicals that we have, that shall remain nameless, are antibacterial. They are not antiviral. Very
Yes.
different. This is an antiviral. This we spray all over our desktop. We spray it on our computers, on our keyboards, on our phones, on your face, because the COVID-19 is a viral. It's virus, so it's coming through your respiratory system.
Well,
and
there's
that
the
is what-
good and the bad. and this pushes out the good. They
This
eats
keeps
the
the
bad.
good, correct.
Because Lysol and all those things, they do this biofilm.
It leaves a film for 72 hours. This leaves a good film, and this is a protection
It
film.
eats the film. So the way it was explained to us is that the biofilm, the virus will live in it for 72 hours. So if you touch it, you're going to be exposed to it. So that being said, get your mist on because
I like that. Get your mist on. So the Mother Fogger, Dr.
The Mother
Lynette, is
Fogger's
going to be on
coming.
Wednesday, the Mother Fogger, and fog our place with this incredible product. So she's going to be here. She's going to fog it. We're going to put it in our system 4 times a day. It will go off in the cafe. I think we're going to put it by the front door. It's all going over our computer
I want
systems,
it
our
inside
keyboards,
a
our
tent.
phones. I know.
So when you walk in here, you get fogged. Get your fog on.
Do you know let me ask you guys, what's going on in college? You're not in college, but you are, Mia. Are you in a dorm or an apartment?
I'm in an apartment, and it's funny you say that because I never realized how much this coronavirus is scary until I was in a class of 200 people the other day, and we were taking a test, so it was silent, and all I could hear is people sneezing, coughing everywhere, and I literally grabbed my sleeve and I was like,
Why don't you wear a mask?
Is
I
FAU
was
talking
freaking out a
about
little
this at all?
I haven't gotten any notifications or anything, but I
Nothing?
got the one from you guys, and then my job sent out something similar.
That's the scary thing. You're a
school is the
bartender.
worst. School is what really makes you sick because you're so close to people in these desks and tables that if people are coughing,
Can you
all over
stand up
it's
in the
not good.
back?
What in school?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, think about it. They're sharing desks, right? They're saying the coronavirus is a
Sharing
virus.
desk. Why would you share a desk?
She takes a test. The next class comes in an hour later. They take another test. The next class comes in
Oh.
an hour later.
So you have to walk with those cleansers, those rags and gloves, and clean the area that you're going to sit in.
Yeah.
Gotta get there a little early.
Or we get all of our crew an airbiotic, and they spray their desks down. You spray an airplane down. You spray everything down. You put a protective coating on.
Yeah, that you could do.
And you feel like you're in this bubble of a shield.
That you
I
could
like
do.
that.
And that will give you a little sense of comfort. The problem, I'm going to tell you what the problem with all this is. You do all of that, you clean your area, and you're sitting there, and some guy walks on, he sneezes right next to you. And it's all over.
But what if he's a
Game's
really cute
over.
guy?
I don't care if the guy looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What difference does it make? I don't want his germs.
Something that really helps, though, also is not only disinfecting things, but making sure you're healthy, taking a lot of vitamins. I picked up Emergency, just something small you can do to make yourself healthy. So hopefully if someone does sneeze on you, your body's strong enough to fight it off.
Hopefully.
It's building your immune system, and we talked about that. We produced Becky's show last night, and my new segment of Becky, if you're watching Becky and Boca's shows, Life According to Becky, she says that everyone will at some point contract this virus somehow.
I know.
But you may not know it. You may just be a carrier. You may be perfectly fine. It's just like the flu. It's just like the cold.
Well, what
it's
do
just
you
like
think
the
is
sore
going to
throat.
happen now that the tests are being released? So you can test to see if you have it. A lot of people are going to have it. It's going to be in the hundreds of thousands.
But apparently, I guess the first man that contracted it in the U.S. in the Midwest, he says he feels absolutely fine. He had a little flu, a little cold, and he's fine.
It
But it's
doesn't mean
those
you're
that
gonna-
have a weak immune
Okay, hold
system
on,
that are
hold on.
ill.
Well, let's have a conversation. It doesn't mean if you get corona you're going to die. It means
Correct.
you're going to get it. So
But some people will have it and be carriers and feel fine. Some may have a
So?
scratchy throat.
again, so
Some may die.
no,
some
no.
may die.
If you're going to die, you have respiratory problems.
Correct.
You have a bad immune
you're
system.
immunocompromised.
Then you got to watch those. If you have cancer, and okay, I get that. But if you are just a regular Joe and you get it, you get it. Just don't get everybody sick around
The
you.
problem is there's so much fear. So are they talking at school at all about staying home, not going to class? I mean, think about that. You are in an incredible exposure situation in college.
Yeah, no, they haven't said anything.
I
So-
think you guys being in school, I think we should test them. Because now I'm feeling
You're
a little
outrageous.
bit worried
They're
here.
doing that in some of the nursing
And
homes. as a
Mr. Home
matter of fact.
Depot over
You're
here.
outrageous. No, what is it? I have to come in with gloves. They sponsor gloves just like how you
At Home
gave
Depot?
us. Yeah.
You're wearing gloves?
gloves.
There are
And they
gloves
give
in
us,
our kitchen drawer.
They give
Purell
you
too.
that?
Yeah.
Hazmat suit too, or just
Mhm.
gloves?
No face mask though, but they give us gloves, Purell.
No face yet?
I should
Purell?
get gloves
and
for bartending.
resist from
You
touching
should.
people.
Because you're touching people's plates,
I can't believe you're
cups,
not
everything
using
that goes
gloves.
in
I am
people's
surprised
mouth.
the restaurant isn't giving you all gloves. I'm always surprised in general that when the server comes out with food, their fingers are touching my plate.
I know. I'm actually really careful with that too. Also, because I took health class, and I remember them talking about when you put your hands like near the tops of people's cup where their mouth is, there's so many germs on that. So I always try and like grab away from where people are touching it.
Do you know I serve coffee at the house, and I accidentally put my finger on the top to hold the cup, and Linda says, no, I don't want it.
But you sleep in the same bed with her.
She don't want it.
You can't touch her coffee, but you can share breathing
She don't want
space
it.
in the
No,
morning?
you cannot touch the top.
But you
of
breathe
coffee.
the same air with
You're
her
not listening,
in bed.
Dawn. You're not listening. The answer is no. You cannot.
I don't understand.
Meanwhile, she works in healthcare, and I'm the one that's worried because I want your clothes off before you come in a plastic bag because I'm burning them.
We talked about that last night at the
Not
station.
washing them, burning them.
We talked about that last night. I told her she and my husband should go in quarantine when they walk through the laundry room door. Their clothes should be off. The clothes either go in the laundry, in the washing machine, or in quarantine. And they're worried about you and me.
I know. I'm thinking of getting hazmat suits here for the interns.
Overkill.
With
But I
overkill?
don't understand. You
It's
can't touch
over-
your coffee, but you share a bed.
Like this, Dawn. This. You don't hold coffee cups. You see my finger?
Yeah.
See, you don't do that.
But wait, it's spread through virus. You share a sleeping unit with her.
You're not listening, Dawn.
Am
You're not
listening?
Her lip germs, I'm pretty sure you may already have those germs as well.
No, no.
Yes, her lip germs you may have as well.
No. The bottom, no.
Correct.
It has nothing to do with that. It's the way you hold a cup.
Yeah, that's
Please.
exactly what
Would
I
you
was talking
serve
about,
a
though.
drink to a customer holding
With
a
your
cup
finger
of
in
No,
it?
that's
No.
what I was saying with the health
Thank
thing
you.
is do not put your hands on, sometimes people will grab them like this with their hands inside the glass, and you don't want to do that.
That's what I was talking about. Why are you changing?
I love that Mary says, and what's your next topic? I don't know, Mary, but apparently
Hey,
this is
Mary,
what it is.
Mary, I want you to paint a donut, and then I'm going to put a donut in there that's going to be 3D art. And I'm going to have somebody eat it, and we'll sell it for $120,000.
Donut Friday is all I can tell you.
Unbelievable. Now, food, you serve food and drinks or just drinks?
Both, yes. Food.
You're a waitress as well?
No, it's a bar, but we're a restaurant
Bar
too.
food.
Yeah, we have like
Like finger
American
foods, right?
comfort food. No, it's like a restaurant mainly. I mean, the bar is like their biggest attraction, but we have burgers, pizza, steak, fish, everything.
Really? They
Yeah.
got shrimp? Shrimp
We
in
have
the
shrimp.
basket? Really? Shit, I
We have
think
a
about
bunch of
that.
shrimp things. We have a lot of healthy options too because it's Boca and you know how it is.
Do you ever order off a menu exactly what it is on the menu?
Me, yes.
Slick, do you?
I kind of have to take some stuff off.
Freddie, do you?
Do a custom order.
Do you ever order from the menu the way it is listed on the menu?
What
Not
am I
many
supposed to
people
run
do.
outside and change the menu?
Mary, do you? Order from a menu the way it's listed on the menu?
No, I always change everything.
Always change everything. I'm in with you.
Like when Harry met Sally,
When-
she said, I'll have the sauce that's going on the special, but I want it on this, and I'll have this, blah, blah, blah. You haven't either.
Correct.
I do it all the time.
All the time. It's a custom. I call it the Boca.
Yeah.
Especially when you're being healthy, yeah, it's hard. Like this morning, because I'm like trying to be healthy. I'm like, no, this egg whites, this on the side.
Yeah.
Can you imagine any other city other than Boca doing what we do?
No, I was
Yeah.
just going to say,
Right?
you know you're going to get it the right way because there's very demanding people.
We're very demanding here.
They satisfy you or they don't stay in business.
Well, first
Yeah.
of all, now that I'm doing the vegan menu, I don't know what the hell to order.
What do you order?
They have like the strangest names for food. You know, I don't know what it is, so I just see what everybody orders, and that says, I want some of this, I want some of that, and I'm done.
Yes, I always hold the dressing, the onions, none.
I walk to the ladies' room and say, I'll have whatever that person's having over there.
Because sometimes it looks so good, right?
Sometimes I walk into the restaurant, and Linda will start at somebody's table talking about what they're eating, and I have to drag her away. So don't hang over people's food.
Well, I want to ask Mia about that. Being in a restaurant and this coronavirus, are they screening the chefs and the employees?
I don't know. Actually, now that we're talking about that, I do remember getting a message, a notification saying something like they're going to be doing some kind of testing. Yeah, I think so.
You know, I felt a little bad when you said to me last night at NN, we need to send a memo out to the crew. And I didn't want anyone, this is the women in business versus man. He says, you need to send this out to our crew when we need to talk about what precautions we're taking. I didn't want anyone to take it personally and think we were saying, you know, don't come to work if. But these are, I just wanted you to know that we were all taking precautions to keep everybody safe.
What is wrong with you? If you're sick, do not come in. If you got a scratchy throat, do not come in. If you got a runny nose, do not come in. Not because I don't want you here, But I'm trying to be responsible.
Here's the amazing thing about healthcare, though. Linda's in healthcare, Chuck is in healthcare. They go to work. There are patients that will be testing positive for coronavirus.
Yes.
Instead of quarantining them like they have done this ship in California and keeping everyone, they send them home.
Yes, and they quarantine you at home.
No, they say, please go home and infect your family so your family can go to their workplace and infect everybody else. They should be quarantining everybody in healthcare.
If you go home and you have your family home,
Yes.
hold your breath, run through the house, lock yourself in the room, what are you laughing at? Lock yourself in the room and slip a paper under the door and say, I am not
I need
quarantined in
food.
this room. Put food at the bottom of the door.
Please slide food under the door.
That's
at
right.
your door.
Or go to the window and slip it through the window.
That's pretty much
But
it.
that's what you got to do.
I know.
They were doing on the cruise ships.
I just was reading about a girl because I follow this travel blog, and this girl was by herself on a cruise, and she got quarantined because someone tested positive for coronavirus, was trapped for like a week in, in cruise ships, the cabins are so small. She's by herself, trapped in like a room for a week straight.
But wait, and you have to serve 2 weeks.
Well, they're telling you to stay in your room now. They're not even letting you travel amongst the cruise
I got to
ship.
tell you, I got some bad news for you. Did you see the coronavirus in San Francisco? The ship is 70 miles out. Somebody died last week.
Yes.
That's why they won't let the ship
Correct.
come in. I got some bad news. If somebody died because of it and you're on that ship, you're going to be there for a while. You're going to be either, and they let them walk around and everything else. That's why they're so upset.
Well, not anymore. Now you're quarantined to your room. So what are they doing for
Not
food?
on this ship.
On some of the ships, they're quarantining you to your room.
The Coast Guard is bringing supplies in to keep them out.
Do you remember the blackout in New York City?
How can I forget that? I was right in the middle of
And
that
9 months
mess.
later, what happened?
What happened 9 months
There was a
later?
baby boom. So imagine quarantining all these people on a cruise ship to their room. What do you think's going to happen in 9
Nothing,
months from
because
now?
you're gonna
People
be
are
with-
knocking on doors.
They go,
You're gonna be sick. What are you gonna make a baby where you have the flu?
Baby
Ain't
boom.
I
happening.
don't know.
Nah, ain't
You
happening.
don't think? Wait till you see how many babies come out in 9 months. Mark my words, how
Nah.
many babies are coming in 9
I
months?
don't see that happening at all. I think that people are
Baby boom.
Baby boom
I think
number
that
2.
people are so panicky right now that the last thing on their minds is to have a child.
That is a boy brain kind of thing.
No,
If
that's
I
a
was
girl
locked in a
brain.
cabin for a week straight, I would be like, somebody bring me wine. Lots of alcohol, please.
I'd be like, somebody bring me Mia's martini bar is what I
Yes.
would say.
And I would say, I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Would you like?
No, don't. I'm gonna tell you right now, you are in such a bad way right now. We got texts coming in.
You know, the beautiful thing is you and I are here until 8 o'clock tonight because tonight from 6 to 7 we have the Verdict TV. Actually, I don't even know if you know this, but please let me share.
Share.
We have Momentum Mindset airing at 4:30 today.
Who?
Momentum Mindset
Never heard of it.
with Jay Farrar and Janine
Wait
Davis.
a minute. No, we don't.
We do.
When did that happen? I got a text. I'm leaving. I got an emergency at the radio station.
Okay.
When did the 4:30 Momentum Mindset happen?
It's been posted.
It's been posted. I thought we were doing the verdict.
That's at 6. And at 7 would be the Siegel Brothers, Sex Talk with the Siegel Brothers.
Oh, look at this. Fingertips carry plenty of germs. Thank you, Linda.
I was going to say that has to be from Linda. May I touch you with my fingertips?
Really? When was I going to get the memo?
Sorry.
Teddy, and Teddy's not here tonight.
I am.
Oh, you
So
better
Janine
get
and
busy.
Jay, all I can say is I can be a producer
You
for
better
the
get
night.
busy. Let me see. You got a couple of hours. You're gonna be
Let's
busy.
take a quick commercial break. When we come back, 888-994-4995. If you're interested in this probiotic for the air, let us know. We do have some of them available for you to purchase. They are only $39.95, and we'll get you in touch with Dr. Lynette, and it comes with a month's supply. All I can say, Freddie, we'll be right back.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events they might have coming up.
Are you here to be good? Or are you here to be great, outstanding? Hi, my name is Ann Shoshana Dector, and I am an author, motivational speaker, and leadership educator. I share with individuals and businesses the proven tools necessary so that you can make friends with challenges and use them as opportunities to grow from good to better, so you can have it all. Unified, supportive, and creative corporate communities, financial abundance, and a clear mission-driven purpose. Contact me at goodtobetter2020@gmail.com. Grow from good to better in 2020. Work with me individually or ask me to speak at your next event. goodtobetter2020@gmail.com.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Knees are weird. They look like aliens. Hashtag Mia.
You remember that movie where the knees buckled the opposite way and the guy could jump 100 feet?
No.
Yeah, it was Aliens. It was a movie.
Really?
They live among us or something.
They do live among us, is all I can tell you. Some of them are from Palladium. Palladian.
Palladium is a place in New York where you can hear music.
Happy Friday, everybody, is all I can say to you. What a week. How you doing, Slick?
I'm doing good.
Do you have that connected to anything, that headpiece?
I'm connected
It's
to
in
Teddy.
his ear.
It's in his ear. It's wrapped around his
your
neck.
head so we couldn't see
It is. It's wrapped around his throat is what it is.
Because it keeps falling out. It keeps falling off because I have to jam it in my ear, and every time I jam
That's
it
'cause
in
you
my
have
ear,
small ears.
you're unbelievable.
So what are they doing at Home Depot for this Corona COVID-19?
Well, they give me gloves and Purell, but no face mask.
No masks.
Did you hear in New York City the guy that paid $229 for a bottle of Purell?
That's insane.
But then they found out about it, and then when they slapped him with a $500 fine, they took all the Purells and he had to give it out to the public.
That's nice.
You know, I did see a recipe. We talked about this at 9 o'clock this morning, that if you mix aloe vera gel, isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and your favorite essential oil in a bowl, just put it in a pump bottle, and you can make your own hand sanitizer.
Yes.
All you have to do is and think how inexpensive that is.
Very inexpensive. And if you can afford a bottle of Tito's, You put a straw in it, and eventually you won't feel any virus.
That's pretty much where you and I are right now on this Friday.
That's not true. You are with your little merry gang of chitlins.
I love my crew, is all I can tell
And
you.
then my crew. Meanwhile, they're drinking up a storm, but I want to thank you for excommunicating me.
I offered
I've been
you.
excommunicado. You didn't offer me nothing. He says, that chocolate thing, I don't drink that.
Why?
You can try it.
Try it. You'll like it.
Yeah. But you could have tried
Everybody
it.
walking around with a nice little drinky pool.
You can try it.
Not a bar.
It's chocolate espresso martinis or like cranberry martinis.
Cranberry was fine.
I didn't even know we had cranberry. We do have blueberries. You could do
We have
muddled
diet
blueberry.
cranberry. Diet cranberry. And blueberry, what you do is you put...
I've got blueberries in the
You put
refrigerator.
blueberries in the vodka. I've done that. No, you should have seen what just happened.
What happened?
This one came out with a strawberry for this guy's drink. And he put his fingers in there. She says, oh, it's okay. You got a hall pass. Why is it?
No, I said I was gonna do it
because
for
she
him,
was
and I
gonna
said
do it
you grab your own strawberry.
Correct.
Because
Where'd you get strawberries
Correct.
from?
I brought them with my little
Yeah.
lunch I had.
They're getting smart because we're working them hard. They get hungry. Hungry, hangry. They're hungry here.
Now, this is a good question I have for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you eat out less now with the virus? Because I went to Chipotle yesterday, and they were washing everything down. But you have to dry the table, Chipotle. I had to dry my own table. It was soaked. But they're washing everything down.
It's a really good question because I'm thinking may not even go to the gym this weekend because of
The
it.
gym is like a breeding ground of virus.
Correct.
However, one man's
Thank you for being so
situation is another man's
informative.
opportunity because I'm thinking instead of going to the gym, maybe I buy a treadmill.
Why don't you have a home gym?
That's what I'm
Why
thinking.
don't
Maybe
we-
I buy a
I
treadmill
got
for
it.
my house.
Why don't we tell Hector to give up his office, and we put a gym back there? You guys can work out in there.
Hector, what do you think?
Put a couple of Pelotons,
He goes,
treadmills.
Nah, he sounds like the grumbling giant.
We can put
He looks like the Incredible Hulk.
We're gonna.
With you.
Is that what that
I think he's saying this is what you look like. when you
No.
work out.
Thank you.
We're gonna.
Shall we put a treadmill in your office? You work outside? It's a good idea. It's going to be beautiful this weekend, by the way.
We're getting a cold front. It's gonna be 55 degrees tonight.
I just asked them. It's supposedly healthier to work out outside, especially with the virus going around.
Why do they think that?
Well,
Open air.
They put it in the air,
Open air instead.
as opposed to stinking up his office.
I work out outside. It is less germy because if someone's coughing, there's a lot more air instead of a small enclosed space.
How many days a week are you working out?
This week, I hit every day this week, so like
Wow.
6 days
How
so
long
far.
do you work out? An hour, 2 hours?
An hour. Always an hour.
And
Slick?
Slick, you working out?
Me, I work out and throughout life gives me
You're
workouts.
working it out. It's
Everything he
ridiculous.
says is so vague. That's what I'm noticing
Have you ever
about
seen
you.
anything
It's
about
so
Slick?
aloof.
He's so cool. He's so slick. That is
Life,
perfect.
life gives me workouts, lifting a couple doors here and there. Got to lift up my car this weekend, it's stuff like that. I'm not in the gym yet.
That's not working
but
out.
You
But-
know,
Working
you're
on a
like-
car,
you're like-
is that what you just
Yeah.
said? That's
you're
not
like
working
Jimmy.
out.
You know who Jimi Hendrix is?
Jimi Hendrix? Yeah, I know Jimi
You're
Hendrix.
like Jimmy.
Me? Really?
Teddy, you working at the
Thank
bar
you.
this
That's a
weekend? Teddy
compliment.
doesn't have a mic, but we should ask her.
She's working.
She's at the bar this weekend. Talk about axe throwing. Everyone's touching the axes.
Well, how else you gonna throw it?
I don't know if they're sanitizing them.
You want to sanitize the axes?
Thank you. You're all touching the same axe.
Sure.
Talk about, I want to say trichomonas. What was pseudomonas? Is that what Linda was talking about
What
last
the hell are you
night?
talking about?
Yeah.
I blew my nose into a tissue and I told Becky and Boca, here, hold this for me.
I know you did.
She ran out.
She's hilarious,
She ran
Becky.
out.
You're
She says,
outrageous.
no, thank you, Freddie.
The best about Becky last night is Freddie told her that we did a Becky and Boca show, and she said, "What did you do?" He said, "I got threaded." Now, she didn't understand that he meant threading the eyebrows. She thought he did a facelift, and she says, "Freddie, you look really good.
She says I look really good. What an
You look
idiot.
really good."
And I said, and then after I told her I did my eyebrows, she said, oh, you look the same.
She's like, "You look really good. You did that?" And he said, "Yes, I did that." She says, "You did it with a thread?" threading in your face. She says, even I haven't done that. And you said, I did. And
Yeah,
she
you're
says,
gonna
wow.
thread your face. You're gonna thread your face.
There
How
is
do
a
you
thing.
thread your face?
There is a thing. They thread you right here and they pull it like a
outta here.
facelift.
They pull it.
100% fact.
Get out.
And they thread
They put it where? Around your ears?
They pull it and then they snip it and they pull it and they
Oh, stop,
snip
I'm
it.
gonna throw up
And then
right
they
here.
snake
And that's why she asked you that you did it on air. She said even she didn't have the courage to do what you did, but that's not what you meant.
But don't tell her.
He meant he threaded his eyebrows.
Brows.
Becky, I threaded.
Yeah.
We said Life According to Becky is our new
She's
segment.
hilarious. She's one of the funniest people I've ever
Isn't
met.
she?
But she's naturally funny because she doesn't know half the things you're talking about.
She's so funny, I know, but she was so impressed that you did the threading.
There you go. I'm
It
impressed.
lifts like your whole sagging jaw. You can do that.
You know something? When you get a little older and you start to sag, I'm going to say on national TV.
I don't mean you.
I'm going to say on national TV. And darn, you're saggy.
I
Thanks
don't
a
mean
lot.
you. I meant in general. They put
you are
this.
batting 1,000 today.
She definitely is,
Definitely
yes.
to the no man's zone.
No, for
definitely-
anyone that has
If
a
there's
saggy.
anything lower before,
Haven't you seen the
I'm going
commercials?
to talk over you. I don't want you to talk to you no more.
I haven't seen that. No.
You haven't seen them on TV?
She's 20 freaking old years
They have
old. What
commercials
she
and
know
they
about
just
pulling
pull the
skin?
string and they pull it.
That's in your world.
And then what
That's
do
what
they
you
do
have
with
looking
the
forward
skin?
to.
I know.
Why to
What do they
pull
do
your
with the
string?
extra skin?
Actually, I have a question for Mia. You know, your birthday's coming up. Shall we
probably
do a
won't get a
martini
drink.
birthday bar?
I don't get a drink there either. She's going to say,
I
what,
know,
what
because we've
birthday?
got a job fair to go to that day. But before we go to the job
I'm
fair.
not going. I'm
Why?
on strike.
Why?
I'm on Corona strike. I'm going to drink a case of Corona.
COVID-19. We can't say Corona. We can't say Corona because apparently it's dropping sales.
That's right. That's why I'm going to buy more cases of beer because it's dropped. It's like $10 a box now.
So what's happening at the restaurant?
Nobody's
Nothing.
offering. Nobody's buying Corona.
I haven't noticed. No, I think people are still drinking it. It's not like they're affiliated with each other.
I'm just thinking about people touching my food.
Yeah.
Do you guys go to, what do you call that when you have to serve yourself? A buffet?
No.
You guys go to buffet?
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh.
Not right now.
I love
Those are
buffet.
dirty.
Those are dirty.
I love buffet.
And they have the
Germified.
sneeze guard on them.
Thank
Germified.
You ever
very
notice you
much.
have to look to the side because somebody's snotting on it? Yes. I love buffets.
Teddy, I'm horrified right
The
now.
best food in the world is a buffet.
Is Teddy running the board by herself?
Yes.
She's horrified by us at the moment.
Why, she doesn't like it either? You guys get the willies about buffets?
Is she talking in your ear?
Right now, I do. She doesn't talk. I
'Cause your
don't
ear's
have
not
my ear
plugged
plugged in,
Let
but
me ask you a question. If you're eating popcorn and it falls on the floor, do you pick it up 3-second rule and eat it?
right now, I won't.
You won't?
I won't.
You won't? Will you guys
But
do
5
it?
seconds.
If
yeah.
I'm at my house, I probably would pick it up. It depends what kind of food. Popcorn, yes.
Popcorn, yes.
On the situation.
It depends
Popcorn's
where it
dry.
is.
Why wouldn't you eat?
Well, if it's like a slice of pizza and it falls face down into
Yeah.
like a bunch
You
of
wouldn't eat it?
lint,
That's
no,
garbage.
then
Yeah,
you
that's
don't eat
garbage.
Remove the hair, lint from the
No, that's
floor?
Yeah.
garbage.
It really depends if it's a dry
And if you ate in a
food.
restaurant and there was a piece of hair in it, would you send it back?
Yeah.
No.
How do you know if it's your hair? Well, you
I'll
don't
send
have
it
any
back.
hair. But how would you
I
know if
have
it was
hair.
somebody's hair?
Would you send it back? Yes or no?
I'll send it back.
Would you?
I'll
Would
send
you?
it back. Get an
No,
extra
because
drink.
I've worked in restaurants and I know how it is, and I've found hair in my food many times before. And most of the time,
you
it's your
would eat
own. Most of the time, it's your own hair.
I was
Is
going
what
to ask
people
you
don't
that. When you look at
understand.
it, do you think like, it's mine, it's my mother's, it's...
Hold on. Wait, you ever been on a date with a guy who has a lot of hair and their food comes and you won't send it back? You don't know where that hair came from.
What's that have to do with the
It's
date?
happened before.
Because if you're on a date, it's a different deal because women are different on dates.
Yeah. Well,
women
I
don't
work.
eat on dates. They're not really themselves.
What do you
It's
like
all
on a
over.
date?
What?
Huh?
I'm a savage.
What'd you say?
I'm a
Savage on a date.
Savage.
I believe that if you see the ugly side of me on a date, if you're meant to be, you're meant to be.
Yeah.
If you see the good side of me and then I go bad, not so good.
That's your good, then you go sour. It's the sour, the sweetest,
Listen,
like those little
I am
Sour
so
Patch Kids.
over
Like an
all
hour
this.
later.
I'm so over it. You know, you guys are young and you have to impress the flesh. I don't got time for that shit. I'm about halfway to death, so I gotta go.
I was on a date once and I was drinking a martini, a dirty martini, so it's like clear, and a bug landed in my drink. And I was just like, oh, and I just picked the bug out and started drinking it again. And he was like, you're amazing.
I was
So
thinking
it's
alcohol
good.
kills the bug virus.
That's what I said.
Oh, speaking of which, I just want you to know there was something on the news last night that says vodka is like alcohol. So it does kill viruses.
You're not going to spend a good vodka on that.
But maybe.
No, maybe.
I'm just saying perhaps.
Absolutely not.
Perhaps the martinis will kill the virus
Absolutely. Yeah, take a
within
bath
you.
in it. Drink your vodka and then take a bath in it.
How are you doing on that, by the way?
I'm doing good. You know, that's an interesting comment she made. With you dating someone, you see that she takes a bug out of her glass. Wouldn't you say, check, please, I got to go home?
Oh, no, not me.
This guy thought the opposite. He was like, this girl's cool. She's not a priss. I like her.
Yeah.
Really?
Because a lot would have been like, yeah, can you take
So many
this
girls
back?
would be like, excuse me.
That's a bug.
Really? I would say, I'm sorry.
The fact that she fished it out, I would have been like, oh, okay. I mean,
I would say, can you change the oil on my car?
that would be good. No, seriously, I'd be like, okay.
I remember my
Because a
son.
lot would have took the drink back and said, I mean, it
I
happened
mean,
with
think
a
about
natural
it. Think about it. You're
cause, so-
dating a girl that just spit out a bug. And you're gonna kiss
You're
them
so
lips?
sexy.
Have you ever been
Savage.
out at a barbecue and a fly touches your food and lands on it? Do you throw the
I
whole
throw the whole
burger
thing
away?
No,
I throw it away.
You're overkill.
No, you don't. It's a fly.
You're overkill.
Do you know a fly, what it is before it's a fly? It's a larvae.
Oh, I know.
disgusting.
You just
It's the most
said
disgusting thing.
It's a maggot.
you just said you would eat a pizza if it falls face
Yours
face
is a pizza,
first.
by the way.
But if a fly lands on your food,
I'm not listening to you, dog. Would you go to a public bathroom in a theater and lick the doorknobs?
why would I do that? Oh,
Okay,
no.
that's the same thing. A woman would have spitting out a bug on a fly and all that.
No, I'll be okay with that. I'll be
Listen,
like,
I
that's,
have walked out on a date one day. I
That's
put
unique.
$50 on the table. The whole date was like maybe $25. I said, I got to go. And she said, why? I said, because you just blew boogies into your napkin and you put it on the table and you're blowing it again. Well, am I even here? I got to go. See ya.
Her nose
Got to
at
go.
the table.
What?
She blew her nose at the table.
but we're only talking about
She blew her
one.
nose.
Oh,
She was down to earth. I love it when women are earthly. When men are earthly, they fart and scratch where they shouldn't. Women, they blow their
I
nose.
gotta tell you, it's just so.
You ever blow your nose on the? Well, I don't. You remember a date? Did you blow your nose at a table at a date?
No.
You
It's a
have?
pet peeve of mine when bartending. I have customers who, it's always been, who will blow their nose and instead of like putting the napkin away or the tissue, will just throw it around their area. So when they leave, I have to pick it up. It's like, you're disgusting.
Gotta
I
pick
had-
it up.
Are you wearing gloves?
I have to clean up after them. It was funny. One time a guy did that and he was throwing his napkins everywhere and one of the bartenders literally right in front of him put the gloves on so loudly and grabbed them aggressively in front of him. And
I
he
would
was
run to the door and say, "Excuse
I
me,
would've done
sir,
the
you
same
left
thing.
your luggage. Come and pick it up off the table." I swear to
done the
God, I
same
would
Can you
not.
imagine doing that?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
that's nasty.
Yeah, that's when it's like I love bartending.
Some men are
but people
gross.
like
I
that
see,
who are
yeah.
just
All
people
men are
so
gross.
rude.
Some men
What
are
separates us from not being gross are the civilized men.
I don't know. I was told a pretty gross story about you last night.
What did I do now?
I don't know. I was told
What were you told?
that you do some pretty gross.
Oh, did I
things
put
at
my
home.
fingers in my nose? That isn't true. I only do that in present company. I do it because it drives people crazy. First of all, let me tell you something. Let me ask you a question. You've never picked your nose? On national TV, have you ever picked your nose?
No.
In how old are you? 50? 40? Whatever the hell you are?
53.
You've never picked your nose in 53 years. You're lying. Lies. I tell you lies. You ever pick your nose?
I think all kids pick their nose. I'm not gonna
Have
lie.
you ever, I didn't ask you what age, have you ever picked your nose?
As a child, I did.
Okay, you never picked your nose
honest with
since you
you.
were 7.
No.
Never ever.
You have never picked your nose. Lies! Have you ever picked your nose? That's right. At least you're the only honest guy in the whole set, so I won't pick on.
Hey, heck, Teddy, have you?
Teddy, do you pick your nose?
She's holding her nose at the moment.
There you go, she's picking
She's
it now.
laughing. She is back there on board. She's laughing.
If you don't pick your nose, it's like saying, what do you call gas?
She's dying right now back there, by the way.
Yeah, smarty. What do you call gas?
Gas.
No, there's another flatulence or something?
Okay.
Flatulation.
Congratulations. Congratulations, you got flatulation. That's not a graduation.
Flatulation.
Flatulation. Is that a word?
Flatulation.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Flatulence.
Flatulence.
Okay,
Yes.
do women flatulate?
Flash.
That's a serious question.
They
Do
do.
women ever flatulate?
They do. It's
In
shocking.
private, yes.
Is this
It's
really where we're
shocking when a
going?
person-
I just want to know.
Hey,
Because you guys make it. No, I know he does. I know he does. I ain't going over there. But the women. Because women are supposed to be so sanctified.
No.
They don't fluctuate.
It's surprising sometimes.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Look at
Suppose,
Slick.
I love Slick because he's so lazy. Suppose you meet the woman of your dreams. And the next time you meet her, she fluctuates. With your whole look of her change, or you say, man, this chick's a pig.
No, my whole look wouldn't change. I'd be like, wow, she's bold. She's very bold right now.
Really? So you don't
accident.
So you don't.
Because sometimes it does slip out because they're surprised. They're like,
I'm surprised.
If it slips out, it slips out. But would
Teddy,
you
are
stop?
you laughing?
Would you stop? This was turning red. Would you stop dating a guy who fluctuates in front of you? Would you do it?
If a guy was doing it I have dated a guy who was doing it on purpose in front of me, and I said, "Don't do that."
What is wrong with guys?
Guys like to
like,
take a
"That's not
woman in a
cute."
sheet. Let me tell you what we do. We fluctuate into the sheet and cover her. He knows. And he knows. Look at him. Look at him. And you cover her and you strangle him inside it.
Things ever to do that.
The
You know
guys
what
do
that
that.
is?
No, he
That's
knows.
like
It's
a
true. He's right
fluctuation.
about
So you
that.
have experienced this.
I feel like that's being
heard
married
about
20 years kind of thing.
That's
He's right.
My brother used to do that to me.
Your brother did that to you?
Yeah, I
So
have an
you've
older
never met a
brother.
date that's done that to you?
No.
Really?
a date.
That would
That's the test of
first
time.
date, the fly thing
That's the
happened.
first thing that happens.
Fly, the
they do that,
flatulence,
yeah.
and you're like, then this show's sponsored by the letter F.
That's what I used to do
They
when I used to
flatulate
date in the
and they
day.
take
I
the
said,
sheets and they cover
that's
you.
right, you
with
cover
it.
people. You know how to do it. I know you do. You probably put a Band-Aid around, a rubber band around the neck. In the day, I used to tell women, if you want to date me, this is the test. And I'm not talking the lemon test. I'm talking the flatulence.
And what would that be? If you can
Let me get a sheet.
fluctuate in
I'm
a
going to fluctuate in the sheet, and then you have to hold your breath. If it worked, we dated. If it didn't work, we separated.
and you're divorced, why? What
Twice.
a surprise that is.
Do you know why?
I can't imagine. Why would that be?
That's what
The
happened.
flatulation.
The flatulation.
That's
Is
the
that a
ultimate
real
test.
word?
What's
It
more
is a
important
word.
than that?
And there you have it.
Personality goes out the window.
And that's what happens when you do a whole week of production.
Welcome to the
It
end of
just
our
ends
week,
up in the
everybody.
toilet.
What are you up to this weekend, Slick?
Me? I'm trying to see if I can go down to Las Olas tonight.
Oh, it's the art
And
festival, isn't it this weekend?
I don't know if it's an arts festival.
So
but-
why are you going down to Los Angeles?
Because I do have a couple friends that are going down there. Some are on vacation, so.
Are you dating somebody right now?
No, not at all.
Are you available?
Available, yes.
Oh, when you meet somebody, I want to meet her or him or whatever it is you do.
Wow, outrageous. You said him.
But I have to be politically correct now.
Correct.
I
I like
can't say
that.
her because you may be a him, and
But
then you get mad
if
at me.
if I do meet her, I'll let you see her.
Perfect. I know. I want you to meet. I want you to bring her around. I'm really interested in the people that my producers
Interns.
date. It's same thing with you, Slick and Nessalis. What did we call her? Mona Mia. Mana Mia.
Mia's Martini Bar is what we
No,
call
she's
her.
Mona Lisa, so we call her Mona Mia.
Mona Lisa, because you're always smiling.
I always laugh when you say the Mona Lisa thing because Mona Lisa's not smiling.
She is not.
At
She
all.
looks
The
like
Mia
she's
Lisa,
mad.
I think
She
he
looks like
calls
this.
She look.
No, she smiles. She smiles.
She's not smiling.
I think we should go by and visit you this weekend. You'll be at Burton Max's when?
Yes, I will be at Burt Max's tonight until close, and then Sunday brunch.
Where is Burton
That's
Max?
a fun time to come.
Where
it's
is it?
West Delray. It is Atlantic and Lyons in the Delray Marketplace.
And what time is brunch?
Brunch starts at 11 and goes till 3. We have the do-it-yourself mimosa bar, Bloody Mary bar, really good brunch food.
Do
That's
they have
like my
vegan
favorite
food?
Yeah, we have avocado toast. We have like a veg out plate. We have a lot of vegetarian options.
Veg out plate is not vegan. Veg out plate is just veg.
What
How
time
do
is
you know what it
brunch
is?
over?
It's quinoa and you pick 3 vegetables.
Quinoa. I hate quinoa.
I love quinoa.
Me and quinoa hate each other. Quinoa is very gassy.
It 100% is.
I hate
It's very
that.
flatulent.
I don't like. I know. I never date anybody who eats a lot of quinoa because I'm gonna tell you.
And
right
on
now.
that note, we've had a very long week here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Tune in on Monday, 9
Are we
a.m.
leaving? I
drive
kind of
time.
like this conversation.
WWNN 95.3,
Why are you ending
96.9 because it's 2 o'clock. 103.9 and 1470 will be airing again live. Breakfast at the cafe on Monday morning. We're actually talking vegan.
I
Good for life.
would like for next week's on the morning drive, assuming that we have the whole week. I would like to bring the millennials with us on one of the morning drive shows.
That means they have to, well, we have 2 of them here. We have to get the rest of
We gotta
them.
get the rest. And I know that on Mondays, but Monday we already have somebody, maybe Wednesday, because I know me is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe on a Wednesday we bring everybody in. And we talk about 2020 vision and what's going on in your eyes with the present situation.
Present situation.
Sounds
Taking
good.
an opportunity. We've had Leslie Carmen
Situation
on
with the
Wednesday, but we can
presentation.
bring it all forward.
She's on Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Who's on Tuesday?
What's on first?
You told me Tuesday.
Who's on second? And Freddie's on third.
You told me Tuesday.
I love you too, honey.
Who's on Thursday?
Nobody.
Okay, that doesn't work for me. Who's on Friday? Oh, Fred. You know, Wednesday it is.
Okay. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to each other. Check out Mia's Martini Bar at Burton Max's this weekend. Check out their brunch, their
Brunch.
mimosa bar. Slick, you can find him at Home Depot, and you can find all of our crew and Teddy's on board.
Slick at Home Depot. He's in aisle 5.
Oh, no.
If you need animation done, contact us, and Hector will take care of that for you as well. You can see our new banner on our social media. You can see it on Instagram and Facebook. You guys, as I always say, we couldn't do this without you. Our crew is absolutely the most incredible, spectacular crew ever. To all of you, I can't even name all your names because we've got between 10 and 15 of them at any given time. Ready to rock and roll. Have a wonderful weekend, Friday. Tune in tonight. 4:30 is Momentum Mindset. 6 o'clock is The Verdict. 7 o'clock is Sex Talk with the Siegel Brothers. And 7:30 is United Latinas, all on WWNN. And more to come.
Next week, we will be at Miser Park.
On March 12th.
Is that next week or the
That is
following?
next week already.
Next week on Thursday.
Next week on Thursday, we'll be doing our 12 to 2. And then after hours at 4 o'clock, you can also find us tomorrow night on WWNN from 5 to 6 and 8 to 10. Wow, you and I are everywhere.
It's going to be...
I'm exhausted just thinking about
We're
what
going
we
to
do.
blow up the house, baby. Meet me down at Meisner at 3:30, and I'll put you on the air
I
to
think we
talk.
need to bring Mia with us.
Mia's got to cut school or something.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to each other. Be safe. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place, also at 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.